To our next guest, but it's how she reacted that changed everything.
I'm Laura Munson, and I'm a writer. I'm in my 40s. I graduated from college in 1988, where I met my husband. We wanted the rural life, so we moved to Montana, where we've been for 17 years. What we thought has been a great life all along, until about 2 years ago when we had a marital crisis. He came in one day and said, "I think I'm done. I think I want to move out. I'm not sure if I love you anymore. I'm not sure if I ever did." And I looked at him and I said, "I don't buy it." I knew this man and I believed in us, so I knew it was my job to get out of his way. And if he was going to come back to me as an equal partner, then that had to be something that he chose. You can't make somebody love you.
And Laura Munson wrote a column about her experience for the New York Times. Elizabeth and I were just talking about it because it really caught our attention last summer, and she got such an overwhelming response that it shut down the website. She's now out with her memoir, This Is Not the Story You Think It Is, and she joins us now. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, George.
It really was an unforgettable article because of your reaction. Your husband comes home and says, "I don't love you anymore. I'm not sure I ever did," and you described it as a sucker punch from a speeding fist, yet you stood right in there.
Well, I believed in this man, and I knew this man. We'd been together for 20 years, and I really saw this as a crisis of his own self. But I knew that if he was going to get through it, my job was to get out of his way.
So you said to get out of his way, but I remember when I first read it, I thought, wait a second, maybe you're a little delusional. Maybe it really is about you and the marriage, and he really does want out.
Right. Well, I believed in us, and what's more powerful than functioning on instinct and gut reaction? And we live in such a reactionary society. What about practicing a little bit of patience? I had my standards. I wasn't going to put up with his behavior forever. But I believed in us. Ultimately, though, this is not a strategy about staying together. It's a philosophy about taking care of yourself during a crisis.
And this was a real crisis, but you did decide to stick in there, and you laid out how you were going to handle it. As you said, you set a time limit. But in the meantime, you had to deal with, you had superhuman